Well, hey, I'm finally back. This weather's been so awful that I didn't have a guest, and so I just told Sandra, I'm just going home. All I want to do with all this rain is get in my jammies and watch TV. That's bad.
Anyway, a lot of people say that.
Welcome to the program. This is Here's to Your Good Health. My name is Linda Prezioso. I'm a nurse practitioner at Rocky Mount Family Medical Center. Tonight we have Sarah Heenan with us. She's a representative of the Heart Center. I don't know the
Executive Director of the Heart Center at Nash UNC.
So UNC Cardiology at Nash.
There you go. See, yeah. And I'm sure most everybody who watches knows this lady. This is Sandra.
I'll be on in the morning
Smith.
too.
She has her own show a lot of times after this one, way back Wednesday, and she is on the morning show. So she's pretty used to being in front of the camera. Sarah's getting pretty used to being.
Sarah's used to it too. I was going to say.
Times now.
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
Many times.
So we're going to be talking about heart health tonight, of course. February is Heart Month, and there's a Go Red banquet tomorrow night that I'll be at. So if any of you
I'll be
are
there,
there,
I'll be there.
well, the three of us will be there.
Three of us will be there. In our red.
I just have to remember to wear red. Text me in the morning and tell me to put on a red shirt.
I will.
Anyway, so glad to have you all. And we're going to be talking about the Heart Center. We have a little film from, they had an open house, was it last week?
It was a
Community Health Fair.
Community Health Fair.
Second annual.
Oh,
How about that?
the
It's a
second
tradition.
There you go. And so we're going to see some of the highlights of that on tape, and we're just going to be talking about hearts. So if you've had a broken heart, give us a call. We can fix it. If you have had some treatment at Nash, give us a call. I'd love to hear your story. I've only heard good stories and miraculous stories. I tell you, those docs that they have up there are top-notch. Rocky Mount could not ask for a finer center to take care of hearts. There is very little that they can't do here.
And
Open
you'll
hearts
find that
about
out on the tour.
That's right.
In our film tonight.
That's
that
right.
Miss Sarah gave the
That's
tour.
right.
So anyway, but I'd like to say I attended the health fair.
Whatever that thing is.
Health fair.
And the health, that's hard to say, Heart Health Fair. Anyway, yes, the second annual, and I was impressed. They had a lot of booths set up, which you will see. It's forthcoming, and a lot of booths set up, from cholesterol checks to BMI checks to your sugar check to
Taught you how to do CPR.
absolutely.
Oh, really?
Cool.
That's
Exercise
good.
Station.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Nutrition. They have a nutrition. So we're going to see all that coming up
Awesome.
right now.
I'm
And we'll
looking forward
elaborate
to
a little bit. Sarah and I and Linda, you'll chime in. But anyway, let's start with the film and see what we captured on the 16th, which was Saturday. This past Saturday was
That's right. All right. Hang on. We're going to watch this film.
And welcome. We are here at Nash UNC Hospital at the Healthy Heart Fair. This is second annual, I believe. But anyway, we're here with Sarah Heenan. She is the Executive Director of the Heart Center. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, good morning. Welcome. We're glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so glad to be here. And we have Kelly Rose. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Well, you had the pleasure of organizing this event, I believe.
I did.
Okay. Well, it looks great. Looks like you have a lot of information to impart, a lot of booths in here. Hopefully people will come out. Kelly, tell us a little bit about what's going on here today.
So we're educating the community. We did this last year and it was a great event. We can check your blood pressure and do CPR. And we just got a bunch of people from the Heart Center here and just developed this great event.
Wonderful. How important is this event, Sarah?
I think it's really important. Heart disease is a major problem in this area. We have lots of patients every day in this heart center that come in and don't even know they're sick, and we find out that they have major blockages, and we're able to put stents in and make and take care of what's wrong with them. But what we really want to do is prevent the disease from happening in the first place. So here you can get your cholesterol checked, your glucose checked. You can learn about exercise. We even have exercise equipment if you want to start right now. turnout. We also have great food, heart-healthy food that we are serving today. So come on out. We'd love to see you.
And we're here with Dr. Lee Isley. Good morning, Dr. Isley.
Good morning. Glad to be here with you.
So glad you're here this morning to join us at this Healthy Heart Fair. Dr. Isley is the administrator of Nash UNC Hospital. Let's talk a little bit about the Heart Center, Dr. Isley.
Well, this is an amazing facility and service that we're able to bring to the community of Rocky Mount, Nash, and the surrounding areas, and we're just very proud to be able to offer this service really through the vision of the board over the last 5 years and the partnership that we've been able to achieve through UNC. We've been able to bring resources that a community our size really couldn't achieve on our own, and so the dedication of our staff and our physicians to continue to improve services and provide care at a level that we're very proud to be part of, and we're doing good things every day. I had a chance to visit with patients this week that we literally saved their lives through having our physicians and our staff quickly identify life-threatening emergencies, and we were able to get them in our cath lab, and the young lady was doing remarkable, looked great, and probably is already at home with her family waiting to come back for rehab and continue her life.
And timing is everything with the heart, isn't it?
It is. Time is muscle, and that's the kind of the saying, and so early recognition and through the team's efforts here and working with our local EMS services and education and continuing to improve the technology, recognizing those crucial minutes when an individual is having a heart attack has really made all the difference. And so it's really been a team community effort, and this is just an amazing facility, as you can see, and we just want the public and the community to know that this is available for them, we're here for them, and we're doing amazing work.
Thank you so much, Dr. Isley. Okay, and we're here at one of the first booths that we have come to, and it's full of people. Somebody's sitting at all the chairs, so that's wonderful, Sarah.
Right, so this booth is where you can get your cholesterol checked. We have the ability to do 4 people at a time. It takes about 8 minutes, and right after the 8 minutes, there'll be a printout, and you'll get your cholesterol numbers right away. And we're doing the first 50 people that come to the Heart Center for the fair will get their cholesterol checked for free.
Wonderful. What a service that y'all offer, Sarah.
Yeah, we're really excited. And last year, we actually found many people had high cholesterol that they didn't even know it.
And that is so important to the heart.
That's right, because cholesterol is what causes blockages, and blockages are what cause heart attacks. So if we can identify it here before anything's happened, that's what we really want to do. That's the purpose of the Heart Fair.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can talk to one of the ladies or gentlemen that's here getting their cholesterol checked. How about that? We are here with Miss Ruth Bowen, and she is one of the participants in the Heart Fair this morning. Hey, Miss Ruth.
Good morning, how are you? I'm happy to be here. I came out so I could get my blood pressure checked, my cholesterol checked, and at Nash, these are such special people. They do so many great things. If you ever have any type of problems about the heart or anything, make sure you come to Nash. You will get one-on-one help and the best. They are the best.
Well, you know what? We can't top that, so we'll just stop now. And we're here with Emily with the Cardiac and Pulmonary Rehab, I believe.
Yes, so we are part of Nash, and like she said, we do both cardiac and pulmonary rehab. So if somebody's had a heart problem or a lung problem, they can qualify for our program to come get back on their feet and start exercising again.
And that is so important, isn't it, Emily?
It is. So with your heart, the way you strengthen it is through cardiovascular rehab and cardiovascular exercise. So we've got 2 examples of different machines out here. The first one, the new step, it is, you are seated, you have a backrest, so it's one that most people are capable of doing. And when they're with us, we teach people how to do it, we supervise them, so it is not so bad. This other one we have is a little bit more advanced, so they move up from the easiest ones to harder ones as they advance in our program, and that one's called an Aerodyne.
Very well. And this is the team right here. Come up here, girls. Come up here, girls. This is the team. This is the Pulmonary Cardiac Rehab team right here.
We've got exercise specialists, nurse, pulmonary respiratory therapist, so we've got some of everything.
And we're over here at the BMI booth. Now tell us first, Sarah, and then we'll introduce Mr. Langley. Sarah, tell us what BMI is and the purpose of why it's so important to get your BMI checked.
So BMI is body mass index, and so around between 25 and 29 is healthy. That means you have the correct amount of body fat. Below 25 is underweight, and above 29 is overweight.
I don't want to get mine checked today.
Well, this brave fellow did, so talk to him.
He did. This is Randy Langley. Thank you, Randy, for participating and being interested in the Healthy Heart Fair. Tell us why you came out today.
Well, I had a heart attack in 2010, and I had an EKG right across the street at Boyce Willis, and this facility was not here then, so they took me straight to Wake Med. We had a stent put in, and I'm diabetic as well, so I just try to come out and support what's going on.
Thank you. That is very wonderful. Thank you.
So the Heart Center is the first and second floor.
Okay, very good. I hope you enjoyed that. That was some really good footage, and you saw what a great job Nash did of that health fair. Kelly, I believe her name was.
Kelly Rose, she is the chairperson of our unit-based council.
Right.
So the unit-based council is just made up of staff members from the various units in the Heart Center, and they were really responsible for doing the whole Heart Fair. I laughed because I was actually on vacation the week before the Heart Fair. So
Wow.
I got to be there, but this is really the fruit of their labor. They're the ones that did all the work.
But they did a great job, and as you saw, if you missed it this year, you don't want to miss it next year,
Right.
and I assume they will probably do that again.
Yes, annual.
Their third annual, so please go, because they make this effort for the community, totally for the community.
Right.
They don't make money on this. Everything, you come in, everything is free. They had snacks.
We even feed you, that's exactly right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had great snacks this year.
Yes.
And we are planning on doing it every February for Heart Month.
Good.
Right.
And so we're planning to reach out to the community. And another part of this that's really beneficial is we always have our cardiologist there. So you can actually meet with a cardiologist for free, go over your risk factors for heart disease, learn what your, the projected risk of you developing heart disease in the next 10 years.
Right.
So it's very valuable. It's just one-on-one time with a cardiologist.
Yeah, and people were really enjoying that, because I wanted an interview with Dr. Stephanie Martin, and I couldn't get one because her line was so long.
right. We never got
People
one.
were really wanting to talk to her, and she was taking time with them. I mean, think about it, sitting down with a cardiologist right then and there for free. I mean, unheard of. So
But
that
we'll
was
be doing
great.
it next February, so
Yes.
come out. We'd
Yeah.
like to reach as many people in the community as we
Dr.
can.
Martin she's very nice.
Yeah, she's
I like
sweet.
her. Y'all have, your doctors in that heart unit or in that heart center are just superb. I cannot
Yes,
say enough.
yes,
Dr.
yes.
We met Dr. Prasada. You'll see him
Yes.
on the tour. Dr. Young, and you have another one.
So we have Dr. Joe, and we
Okay.
have Dr. Espinoza, and we
Okay.
have Dr. Hussein.
Wow.
So we have all these doctors. Dr. Martin is only in the outpatient clinic.
Okay.
So the other cardiologists work in the hospital and in the outpatient clinic.
Wow, okay.
So we have 2 cardiologists every day in the outpatient clinic now.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
so-
great.
It's great for my patients, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because you're 24/7. I mean,
Yes.
you can all,
There's
somebody's
always
in
a
there.
cardiologist on call. Obviously, they work in the hospital and the clinic during the day. But if you needed a cardiologist at 2 o'clock in the morning, you would call the hospital and they would put you through to the cardiologist. So there's always somebody available for you 24/7, 365 days a year.
That
So-
makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Makes you feel really, really
Well,
good.
and I think that fair is good as well, because it lets people go in a relaxed setting and kind of
Yes.
get used to
Yes.
it and see what it's all about.
Absolutely.
See some faces, so that, God forbid, they have to use
Right.
the services.
Right.
They can say, oh, I remember her, I saw her when I was here,
That's
so
exactly
that,
right.
that makes a difference too.
And another thing about the heart fair is, yes, we're available if you're having a problem, if you're having, problems with heart disease, but a big focus of the Heart Center is going to change into prevention.
Yes,
So we
yes,
are-
yes.
Oh, yeah. So we're reaching out to the community. We want to educate as many people as we can. In fact, during the heart fair, 2 people came came and asked for speakers to come to their companies to talk about heart disease.
Wow.
And I'm going out to Piedmont Gas on Thursday morning.
That
and
is
talking about
awesome.
So
preventing
y'all
heart
do
disease.
that. You do a
Absolutely.
lot of outreach, as you
A
said,
lot
you're
of
going to
outreach.
start doing
And
more.
awesome.
We do a lot now, but we'd like to do more. And so, if you need somebody to come and talk about heart disease, talk about risk factors, talk about preventing heart disease, you can certainly call the Heart Center. You can ask for me, Sarah Heenan. I can do it, or I can get somebody else to do it too. So this is a huge outreach effort, because prevention is really the key, right?
You want to prevent it.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Then you
want
don't have to go there.
We don't want you coming to the
No,
heart center
no,
with a
we don't
heart
wanna
attack.
go.
We want to catch you before you have the heart
That's
attack.
right.
Absolutely.
And so we're there if you are having problems, but we'd also like there to be less problems, because the heart disease in this community is endemic. We have so much heart disease. We are much higher than the North Carolina average for heart disease and the United States average for heart disease.
Now, is there a correlation, Sarah, between our numbers for diabetes in Edgecombe County and Nash are just horrendous?
Right.
Yes.
Is there a correlation between the diabetes numbers and the heart?
So, when you look at Nash and Edgecombe County and compare it to North Carolina and the United States, we are more obese, we have more diabetes, we smoke more. So just the risk factors for developing heart disease are much higher in this
Right.
community. We are not as healthy as North Carolina or the United States.
Right.
And there's also some socioeconomic factors. There's more poverty here.
Right.
I saw one statistic, in Orange County, there are 365, I think, primary care physicians for every 365 patients for every primary care physician. And in Nash and Edgecombe County, it's over 1,000 patients for every primary care physician. So
Wow.
just access to care is a problem here. So the more that we can to understand the barriers, and the more that we can try to overcome the barriers.
Absolutely.
And part of bringing the UNC cardiologists here was increasing the access to care, because
Right.
there just weren't enough
Right.
providers
Right.
for the community. And so, but then outreach is also something. So understanding that we have different risk factors, understanding what we can do to change those risk factors, to reduce the incidence, because
Sure.
that's what we really want to do. And that's going to be a focus of the Heart Center it certainly has been in the last couple of years, and even more so going forward.
Yes, I think that's awesome. I'm all about prevention.
Yep.
As my audience knows, I preach every week, eat healthy, move, keep going,
Don't smoke.
don't smoke.
Well, I'm going to tell a quick story before we go on the tour. Of course, we'll go to break, I guess. Linda, this is Linda's show, so I don't know what we're doing, but I'm going to let her guide us. But I do want to tell a brother-in-law story. My brother-in-law lives in Roseville. And so he's from Rocky Mount, of course, but he moved to Roseville with the bank, when the bank moved to Raleigh from here. And he had some recent heart issues. He had to get a stent. So we were going to go visit him. My husband told me when he got home, we need to go see my brother. So I said, okay, is he in WHIG? And he's an X-ray, he works on X-ray machines. He goes to WHIG, he works on X-ray machines at WHIG, Rex, UNC, Nash, Tarboro. He goes all over working on X-ray machines. So I said, because he lives in Roseville, I said, is he at WHIG or Rex, or where's he at? Where we got to go? He said, Nash. I said, I was floored. I said, what? Really? I said, he works on X-ray machines. He knows all those folks in Raleigh. He's moved to Raleigh, came back here.
Yeah.
What a testament. And he said, I was treated great. His doctor was Prasada, and voila, he's fine. He had a stent put in, boom, went home the next day.
Yep, awesome.
So, I mean, there's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, that's a great story. All right, it is time for our first break. So like I said previously, if you have any information, have you been there, if you've got heart problems, you want to talk to Sarah, give us a call, 407-1111. All right, we'll be back in just another minute, and we're going back on tour to the Nash Heart Center.
Heart Center. We're going to the Heart Center.
Yes.
The community health.
Yes. All I can think of is Nash General. I worked there for so long.
That's right. It's in your brain.
And I wasn't there when they made the transition. So
Nash
anyway,
UNC.
and I'm old. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
There you go.
All right. All right, we'll be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
At Down East Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Down East Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Down East Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports to compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we have had fun during the commercial. We've been kind of gossiping a little bit.
It's
but,
fun.
You know, it's not.
Have the women up
That's
here.
right. You know, we got to.
Just catching up here.
Just catching up. That's right. That's right. So, are you ready? Are we ready to go on to the tour? Or?
We can go on to the tour. I'll kind of introduce that. Sarah gave tours of the Heart Center that day, and I think a lot of people were really amazed. We got to go in the cath lab. You'll see the cath lab. You'll see some patient rooms, all kinds of things. So Dr. Prasada, you'll get to meet him. So anyway, I think people really enjoyed, the group I was with, they really enjoyed it. One of the, Miss Ruth, could have probably given the tour as good as
Grandma?
Sarah did.
She's been in every single room there. That's right.
But
Grandma?
you know,
that's right.
yes, she was in it. But anyway, we did appreciate Sarah doing that. So I think it was a really nice part of the health fair for them to do that. So anyway, we're going to go
All right. We're going,
I'll let you see the tour right
going
now.
back on tour.
There we go.
So the Heart Center is the first and second floor of this building. The Heart Center is 5 years old. I'll be 5 years old on March 23rd. There's 4 units on this floor. This unit is called non-invasive testing. So this is where you come for your stress test, your echo, your EKG, that sort of thing. We have 4 stress rooms on this side of the hall, and I'm going to show you one. There's a sub-waiting room here, and 2 nuclear cameras here. So we take pictures of your heart, and then we exercise, and then we take pictures of your heart again, and we see if your heart is getting enough oxygen after you exercise. So we can tell if there's a blockage with about an 85% degree of certainty. So if we suspect there's a blockage, what we'll do is a cardiac catheterization, where we actually go in and look for the blockage. This is a stress room right here. So there's 2 ways we can stress your heart. If you can walk on a treadmill, if you can walk fast and uphill, you're going to exercise here. So that's physical exercise. We can also give you a chemical that makes your heart race. And so that's sort of a chemical way of stressing. Here's Dr. Prasada, one of our cardiologists. So we take pictures, we stress your heart, and we take pictures again, and we can tell if the heart is getting enough oxygen. Dr. Prasada, would you like to say something?
Yeah. Welcome to our heart center. Wonderful place to work and be taken care of.
So Dr. Prasada is coming to do the stress testing on the patients this morning. That's why he's up here. Have a great day. So we're getting ready to move into the cardiac observation unit. So this unit has 12 beds. You would come here if you were having chest pain, if we were concerned you were having a heart attack. You stay here less than 24 hours. So you would either have a stress test or a cardiac catheterization. We would either say, yes, you are having a heart attack, but then we would fix it, right? We would go in there and get the blockages and put stents in, or we would reassure you that you weren't having a heart attack. So this is a typical room in the cardiac observation unit. They all have their own bathrooms, and they're not very big, but you're not here very long. So we try to make it as comfortable as we can. The 12 rooms just surround the nursing station, so it's really, the nurses are very close to the patients. That's the way we planned it. They are busy at work. They are full today. The next thing we'll do is go into pre and post cardiac catheterization. Now, this is the area you would go if you were getting ready to have your cardiac catheterization or after the cardiac catheterization. So a cardiac catheterization is when we take a wire, it's about the size of a human hair, we go through an artery in your wrist or in your groin, we take it all the way up to the blood vessels around your heart, and then we take x-rays and look for blockages. If we see blockages, we'll insert a stent and open up the blood vessel. This is the cardiac cath lab. This is where you would actually have your cardiac cath. The patient is on this table, head is here. This is an x-ray machine, so we'll take the wire and we put it up to the blood vessels around the heart, and then we take pictures. We inject contrast dye here. The pictures would show up on this screen. This screen can actually show 6 different images. So if you had a previous cath, we could bring up that cath so we could compare this cath to that cath. The only thing we haven't done on this screen is put up a Super Bowl game. But somebody even mentioned it once, but we haven't done it. In this cath lab, this platform, 5 years ago, we installed this platform. It was the first platform of the latest technology in the United States. In other words, Rocky Mount had better technology than anywhere else in the United States. So that's kind of amazing. I think it's also a testament to the board and senior leadership that they were willing to expend the resources to bring this to Rocky Mount. And I'm very proud of it. Okay, so when you're having a procedure, there are people on all these monitors, and these monitors are monitoring every single part of your functions in the heart lab. So this is the brains. This is what makes it safe. And we're also documenting the whole case. So everything we do, every step we put in, every wire we put in, every drug that we give you, we're documenting out here. And there's one person whose job is just to sit there and watch these monitors and make sure everything is just as it should be. So that's all, their entire job is to sit here and monitor you to keep you safe. So this is a typical CV-ICU room. It is designed with a patient side, which is right here. So anything the patient would need, and then the family size. This folds down into a bed. There's a full bathroom here with a shower. We encourage people to stay with their family as much as they want. Often your family is better medicine than any medicine we can give you. So we designed all the rooms here to be very family friendly and patient friendly.
WHIG TV has certainly enjoyed being here at the Healthy Heart Fair today at Nash UNC Hospital. We thank everybody that came this year. This is the second annual, and we certainly look forward to the third annual.
Okay. All right. I was
great.
intently watching
We
that.
have to give Sarah a hand for that.
Yay!
She did great.
She does. She does great.
And I love it, Sarah. So our equipment, when you were in the cath lab, our equipment is just state of the art. We've got the best equipment in the country.
So when we installed this equipment, it was, the cath lab equipment is called a platform. So
Okay.
that's the name of the whole thing. It's
The
a
whole thing
platform,
together,
right?
yeah.
So this was the newest platform, and we were the first cath lab that got this platform. So when we put it in, we had better equipment than anybody in the United States.
Right.
And I just want to kind of reiterate that was very expensive.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so when the leadership at Nash said, what do we need for a cath lab, I came with a book about this thick.
Wow.
And I chose what I thought was the best equipment.
Right.
And that's what I got.
Wow.
And so the commitment was there for the resources.
Right, right.
Because, and like I said, it was very, very expensive, but we brought that cutting edge equipment here.
Wow.
And in fact, more cutting edge than anywhere in Raleigh. So we were very excited.
Or Chapel Hill, or
exactly,
or Duke,
or the Mayo Clinic, for instance.
Oh, wow. That's really.
You have to think about it.
Yeah.
And we were very, very excited.
Yeah.
Because we could say we have the best in the whole United States. So that was very exciting.
That's right.
Well, I was impressed with that. And I was also impressed when you said in the patient rooms that you encourage families to stay there.
So when we were thinking about the whole heart center, there's a term, and it's called therapeutic milieu.
Right.
So that's really the environment that the patient's in. So you want to create the most healing environment you can.
Right.
And I know when I'm in the hospital, I want my family with me.
Sure.
And all patients are that way.
Yeah.
So if you want your family with you 24 hours a day, you can have that. So when we're planning, we're thinking, what would a family member need? So for instance, in the intensive care unit, most of those patients are so sick, they're not taking a shower.
Yeah.
But their family member might want to take a shower.
Right.
So all those rooms have showers. And so you need a bed, right? If you're going to spend the night, you don't necessarily want to do that in a recliner.
Right.
And so all the couches fold down and they're beds.
Oh, nice.
And we even put a little desk in there that has a place that you can plug your computer in and plug it in for Wi-Fi. So we really tried to be very thoughtful about designing these rooms.
That was very good.
And they're also big. They're very big. If you go into our old ICU rooms, they're older, and they're more like older ICU rooms, and they're small. They don't really have a family place. But now the thinking over the years has been how healing it is to have your family with you. And so this is a very different kind of environment in the new ICU.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's fantastic. It is. Now, another thing, and Linda, you can jump in too if you've got a question. You just jump
I've
right
got
on
something
in.
I'm going to say. But
Okay, you go ahead.
I just wanted to say that one of my patients that has an enlarged heart, it's called cardiomegaly, and so she's going over to the cardiologist tomorrow, I think. And I said, well, who are you going to see? And she said, I don't know. He has a weird name, just like you have a weird name. Everybody I see has weird names. I think it's Dr. Joe.
It's Dr. Joe.
And Z-H-O-U, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But pronounced J-O-E.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
But he is as sweet as he can be.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
very, she'll have a good experience with
And
him.
so
I'm sure she
smart,
will.
Just as
Yeah.
smart as he can be.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I want to go back to the room. We saw the cath lab. That was great. But the next room is, I called it the monitoring room,
Right.
with all the computers.
Yes.
Now, that's kind of fascinating that you are monitored like that through the whole process.
And
procedure.
24/7
Right.
as well.
So there is one person whose job is to monitor you. So that person, he or she is monitoring every parameter. So all your vital signs, the pressures within your heart they're monitoring, your oxygenation level, your blood pressure, heart rate, and their job is literally to stare at that monitor, and if they see anything abnormal, they have a headset on and they can speak directly to the room, and the room can speak directly to them. So if your pressure's going down, if your heart rate's going up, if your oxygen level's dropping, anything like that, they will just push a button and say pressure, or they'll push a button and they'll say rhythm. And so, because in the middle of the case, the doctor's focusing on delivering the stent, the nurse is focusing on the drugs, the angiographer's focusing on helping the cardiologist, and the monitor's right there, and they can all see it, but
That's not their
but
focus.
it's not necessarily something they're staring
Right,
at.
right,
every
right.
minute. So this person literally just stares at the monitor. And it's because the heart, what I always say is the heart's a diva. So you start playing with the heart, you start tickling it by putting a wire in or putting a stent in, the heart acts up. And so, and especially in the most severe cases like STEMIs, we have this thing called reperfusion arrhythmia. So in other words, the blood vessel.
Hold on, let's just tell us what a STEMI is.
Yeah, explain STEMI.
A STEMI is a heart attack. So a STEMI is an ST, elevated myocardial infarction. It's kind of the most severe kind of heart attack, because in a STEMI, one of the three main blood vessels is totally blocked. So that means the wall, if the blood vessel's here and the wall is here, that whole wall is not getting oxygen.
And it will die.
It will die. It will die very quickly. It starts dying within 3 minutes. 80% of the damage occurs within the first 2 hours. And so this is the kind of heart attack you die from. Okay? So we'll go in there very quickly and open up that blood vessel and restore the blood flow. But that area of the wall, that muscle, when it's not receiving oxygen, gets stunned. It's just stunned. So when it starts receiving oxygen again, it acts in very irregular ways. So you'll have all kinds of very bad heart rhythms. And so even though we fixed it, it still takes a while to chill out, because that whole area is not stunned. And so that monitor room is calling rhythm, as we're experiencing that. And actually, for the first 24 hours, after we fix you, that's the most risky time for these different heart rhythms. And that's why you go to ICU and you're with a nurse that has 1 or 2 patients, and that nurse is literally, and there's a monitor tech that's just staring at your rhythm for 24 hours a day too. Because the heart's a diva and she cuts up, and sometimes you have to do things to calm her down until that area starts healing again. So it's not just the acute period is not just the heart attack and we fix you, it's really the 24 to 48 hours after your heart attack that you'll continue to have really kind of serious and acute problems that we have to manage. Now after that, things calm down, you kind of go back to your normal rhythm and you're fine. And usually after this heart attack, 2 days after you've had the heart attack, you leave the hospital and you're fixed and you're fine. So
isn't that amazing?
So on day 0, you are dying, and on day 2, you are going home and going to cardiac rhythm
Rehab, I know.
Wow.
It's
that is just amazing.
Amazing. It just think of the caliber of people that work in that area.
Yes.
The monitors are trained. I mean, they can probably read an EKG better than some of the cardiologists can, because they know every little blip means something. And if there's an abnormal blip, then they've got to jump on it.
They've got to jump on it. Because if you can catch something in the beginning and start treating it very quickly, you can generally ward off a larger problem. But if you let it go on for a little while and let it develop into something truly significant, it's much harder. I always say it's like going up a hill. It's much easier to take a person down when they're halfway up the hill than when they're at the top of the hill.
That's right.
And so, it's and if you consider the stress of the people in the room, if you're having an acute heart attack, a STEMI, there'll be about at least 5 people in the room, and maybe more if you need it. Because you are at the, I always said the best part of my job is that somebody can come to me and they are going to die.
Right.
Okay? So they're having this acute heart attack, and within just a very few minutes, that team will fix it. And there's not a lot in medicine where you can fix something that acute in 60 minutes.
Right.
That's right. And so you get somebody that's on death's door, and then an hour later, you've taken care of the problem. And I mean, that is just the most.
That's amazing.
I mean, it gives me goosebumps still every time it happens. You know
In
what I mean?
the old days, I mean, I can remember if you had a heart attack, it was doomsday. It was really was. If somebody said heart attack, oh gosh.
So you were going to go to the hospital and you're going to stay 2 weeks and you're going to be on bed rest. And so that whole wall was going to die, and you would be a cardiac cripple for the rest of your life.
That's right. You said that so.
Yeah. And so now, I mean, it's still very serious. It's still the most the most serious of things. But literally, we can fix it. And it used to be, when you came to Rocky Mount with a heart attack, we would give you something called clot busters.
Yep, I was just
which
thinking
were
about
85% effective. Then we would ship you an hour or an hour and a half away where they could really fix it. So maybe you were lucky and you were the 85% that busted the clot, right? That would be good, but what if you were the 15% that didn't? Okay, so then you spent 80% of the damage is done in the first 2 hours.
Right.
So you were going to have a damaged heart. And now we can fix it here.
That's right.
We're
So very
so blessed to have this heart center. I cannot say it enough.
We need to take a break.
We do. See, Chef's keep us in line because it's your show.
Well, and that's
You've
what
known me a long
pays
time.
the bills. So anyway, we'll be right back with more of Here's to Your Good Health after these words from our sponsors.
That's
so
right.
hang on. We'll be right back.
At Downey's Hearing Care Associates, we are dedicated to taking care of every client by providing personal, high-quality hearing care services. My staff and I know hearing loss affects each person and their loved ones differently. So we give you the time and the care you need to ensure the hearing technology chosen fits your lifestyle. At Downey's Hearing Care, we also make custom ear molds and specialize in emergency hearing aid repairs. Downey's Hearing Care Associates has 2 locations, one in Knightdale and one in Rocky Mount. We have hearing lives to save.
Hi, I'm Richard Goss, pharmacist and owner of Almonds Drug Store here in Rocky Mount. Here today with my wife and 2 daughters. For over 75 years, Almonds Drug Store has been the pharmacy of choice for residents of Edgecombe and Nash County. Our family is proud to call Rocky Mount home, and we are excited about the new services and products we are adding daily at both of our Almonds Drug Store's locations and also at our medical supply store.
Come in and see us at Almonds Medical Supply. We're an extension of Almonds Drug Stores, your local hometown pharmacy. We're here to service all your needs, from wheelchairs to walkers to orthopedic supports, compression hose to hard-to-find wound care supplies. And you'll always get that hometown customer service.
We want our patients to pay the best prices, get the best service available, and have a better pharmacy experience than they will get anywhere else. Our staff is committed to going above and beyond to meet our patients' needs. Whether it is working with your provider to get you the best medication at the best price, contacting your provider to get you refills or a prior authorization, or taking the time to review each of your medications with you personally, or perhaps even helping you find an old-time remedy or other hard-to-find items, your Almonds Drug Store staff will work hard to meet your pharmacy needs. At Almonds, we will deliver your prescriptions for free. Both of our stores have drive-through windows, we guarantee short wait times, and our pharmacists will come out to greet you personally and answer any questions you have. If you want to be met with a smiling face, or even want someone to greet you by name when you walk through the doors, we are the pharmacy for you.
Call Almonds Drugs today.
443-3138 or 446-0014.
Hey, welcome back. We were talking about I guess this patient was probably one of the first commercials that the Heart Center used. And this guy, I'm going to have Sarah tell the story, but I was just so impressed with Dr. Young, who saved this man's life, who saved a woman's husband, who saved children's daddy, who saved a mama's son, because he was 49 years old, so he probably had all of those people still in place, and I think his son now just went to ECU. I think Dr. Young told me.
Yep.
So tell us that story, Sarah.
So this was a pretty typical story. So this guy was at work. He started having really bad chest pain. He asked one of his buddies to come with him, drive with him to the hospital. Rule number 1, never drive yourself to the hospital.
Right.
Call
the
911.
ambulance, yes.
The pain got so bad on the way to the hospital, they asked his buddy to drive, because he couldn't drive anymore. It hurt so bad. So he came to the hospital. Dr. Young was there. They did an EKG immediately. He was having this acute heart attack, this STEMI, this ST elevated myocardial infarction. So Dr. Young said, we have to go to the cath lab. He said, I don't believe it. Repeat the EKG. So Dr. Young repeated the EKG, because that's the most important thing. It only took a minute. And he said, we have to go. So we took him up there, and we were up there, and we started the case. We got the wire in. We're starting to look at the arteries. We see where the blockage is. And right about that time, the man, he coded. I mean, he died. He died. So he went into, I think it was ventricular fibrillation, which is a lethal rhythm.
Yes.
So they shocked him, and they got him back, and so Dr. Young kept working, but then he went back into VFib. And so he ended up going back into VFib 7 times, and we shocked him 7 times, and literally we shocked him so many times we burnt his skin. And so every time we brought him back, Dr. Young would just keep advancing the stent, trying to get to the blockage in time that he could open the artery to stop the VFib. Because the VFib was happening because of this blockage. The heart was trying to die, is what it was trying to do. And so literally we'd bring him back, get a pressure, advance the stent, just push it in and push him in. And it was very scary, first of all, and secondly, we didn't know whether we were going to be able to save him, because how many times can you bring somebody back?
That's right.
And we had to keep bringing him back so we could get the stent in. But he finally got it in. He got it open. The VFib stopped because the blockage was stopped.
What a story.
And the guy. And
Can you imagine? I know how the patient must have felt, but can you imagine how Dr. Young felt?
I think Dr. Young...
To this day?
I think Dr. Young felt there's nothing I can do wrong to this guy, because he's already dead. And the only hope for him is for me to keep going. And so I'm just going to keep going and give him the best chance I can give him.
I mean, in the end.
Yeah.
Can you imagine to this day?
Dr. Young was here not too long ago, and he talked about that, and then he went on and told me that, the man's son now is at ECU, and I mean, he had the whole family history down pat, because I'm sure Dr. Young is their best friend.
Yeah, neither one of them will ever forget that. They have a bond. They have a bond for real. They really do.
It's funny, we had several patients come back, and it's very emotional. It's for the staff and for the patients.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, you're knocking on death's door.
That's right.
And people intervene and you're saved.
But it's emotional for the staff.
Absolutely.
To see these patients,
I understand
they're dressed and they're doing great, and you just see them and think, I had a small part in that. So
it's got to be so rewarding to do that.
I think that's one reason why nursing is the most trusted profession in the U.S. And, because now there's a few bad nurses here and there, as in any profession. But for the most part, the people that I worked with at Nash and the people that are there now are top-notch professionals that will do anything they can to help you become, healthy. So it's really awesome.
It is.
It's nice to be a nurse, isn't it?
It is nice. I've been at Nash 21 years, and I will retire from Nash. I love Nash.
Wonderful. Well, to bring it back around to the health fair, which is what we were talking about tonight, all of this conversation we have been having is for you to realize that next year we hope you will go, because They go all out and because they want to educate, as they were saying. Prevention is everything. And the more you can learn about yourself, your body, what to do, the more you can save yourself or from going to the hospital.
That's right.
So,
Or a loved one.
that's why these health fairs are so important. So we're bringing it back around to that.
That's right.
Sarah, we'll let
That's
you
right.
talk about that.
So, yeah, we're planning every February doing this community outreach. I mean, obviously, we're going to do a lot of community outreach in the other months, too. But this is a time to come in. We have all kinds of testing. It's all free. Talk to a cardiologist, learn about your risk for heart disease. If you know what your risk is, I mean, if you have 10 times the risk I do, well, that might be a wake-up call that you need to do A, B, C, and D.
That's right.
And so you'll get your risk factors, you know your 10-year risk for developing cardiac disease, and we're going to keep doing it, because there's a lot of disease in this community, and you just have to take it one person at a time.
That's exactly
one
right.
person at a time.
Exactly.
And we've actually had people at both heart fairs that we have said, you're really hypertensive. Your blood pressure is really high. You need to go to the emergency room now. We've
You're a
had
walking time bomb.
That's right. And people don't even know it. And so they came to the heart fair and they learned they had a very significant problem, and now they're getting treated.
Exactly.
So we encourage as many people as possible to come. We love, reaching out to our community. The Nash Healthcare is part of the community. We are here for the community.
That's right.
And so we are a resource that we want the community to use.
Right.
And we're going to try to reach out in as many ways as we can to reach as many community members as we can.
That's right.
Absolutely. And a big part of it, Sarah, backpedaling to that, is genetics.
That's right.
Correct?
Oh, yeah.
And if you must know your parents, your grandparents, you've got to know your genetic history.
Right, and that is a huge, risk factor is your genetic history. And I always say you can't choose your mom or dad.
That's right.
But you can understand that your mom or dad had heart disease,
Right.
and so that places you at higher risk.
Right.
So the youngest person that we've treated at Nash for a heart attack was 23, and he had a heart attack, and his
Right.
father died at 30.
Right.
So he, he had to know he was at much higher risk.
Yes.
But a
Yes.
23-year-old is a 23-year-old.
Right.
They don't think
And they don't necessarily think that.
Live forever.
But we do see lots of people in their 30s and 40s. So this is not just
Wow.
a person for the
Right.
age 65
It doesn't
and older.
discriminate, I don't
No,
think.
No.
And there's both modifiable and not unmodifiable factors. Unmodifiable, mom and dad.
That's right.
You can't help what kind of DNA they gave you. Modifiable factors, don't smoke. Lots of fruits and vegetables, lean meat, and we have to eat less meat and more vegetables. Exercise daily. Don't drink alcohol, or sparingly. It's fine to have a glass of wine with dinner, but don't get drunk every night. And but I think probably the biggest thing is the smoking.
Yep. And, I always say that, people know that smoking is bad. I don't think that anybody
Right.
thinks that smoking is okay. But the other thing that I say is sitting is the new smoking. Because
That's right.
So, a lack of activity, your heart is just a muscle. It's just like every other muscle
That's
in your
right.
body.
It's gotta
If you-
be moved. It's gotta
If you don't
exercise.
exercise it, it's not going to be
Right.
strong. And, that doesn't mean you have to go to Planet Fitness an hour every day.
No.
Park farther away from where
Right.
you work.
Climb
Take the
stairs.
stairs instead of the elevator.
Exactly.
There's all kinds of ways of working activity into your daily routine.
exactly right.
And, I said just take it one step at a time.
Right.
Even smokers.
You don't have to go up 5 flights of steps.
No.
Go up 1.
Right. Even smokers, you smoke a pack a day, let's decrease it by 2 cigarettes.
That's what I tell them.
And then 2 more, and then 2 more.
Right.
So it's just sort of a life plan to get yourself back to
Right.
where these risk factors are less.
Right.
Oh, and the other thing, don't do drugs.
Oh, yeah, that too. That is
No.
a big one.
Because my lady with the cardiomyopathy, she was positive for cocaine, so she, I'm sure, did that to herself.
So just
Buy that drug.
Just a thing about cocaine. Cocaine causes your blood vessels to contract. And when they contract, it can stop the blood flow, and you can have the symptoms of a heart attack,
Yes.
and all it was is because you did cocaine.
yes.
So you can cause lack of oxygen to your
Yes.
heart wall just by doing cocaine.
Talk about asking for trouble.
And lack of oxygen kills the muscle, and then you die along with your heart. So,
No cocaine.
no drugs, period. So the last word is, we are so blessed to have WHIG TV. We are so blessed to have Nash Healthcare Systems, UNC. We're part of UNC, which of course, I'm a Tar Heel, so go Heels.
One good thing about you, Linda.
And, we're just so blessed to have you watch us every week.
That's right.
So we are going to say goodnight, and I will see you next week with more of Here's Your Good Health. Have a great evening, and oh yeah, stay dry.
That's right.
Really.
That's right. Bye, everybody.
Nash Rocky Mount Public Schools are hosting open registrations for pre-K and kindergarten. For pre-K, the child must be 4 years old on or before August 31st of this year. For kindergarten, the child must be 5 years old on or before August 31st of this year. Both require a certified birth certificate, 2 proofs of physical address, parents' income verification for 1 current month, immunization record, current health assessment, proof of guardianship if applicable, and parent or guardian photo identification. Applications will only be accepted from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on the following dates at the following locations. All forms can be picked up from their corresponding locations Monday through Friday during operating hours or downloaded at www.nrms.k12.nc.us.
Millions of Americans just like you owe the IRS more than $10,000 and are facing liens, bank levies, wage garnishments, penalty abatements, and other IRS enforcement actions. Newly authorized debt forgiveness programs allow you to settle your debts for less than ever before. Our network of tax professionals will fight for you. They have helped save their clients millions over the years and can help you save too.
Please call 800-563-9059.
Carolina Jewelry Pawn and Gun, your destination for timeless jewelry and the industry's best firearms. We've been serving the area since 1991, and this team of knowledgeable experts has a focused mission to provide an exceptional experience for every customer, delivering the best quality and service. This is an experience that keeps you coming back. Great people, great prices, and exceptional service. You never know what treasures you might find, but you can be assured it is of the highest quality at Carolina Jewelry Pawn and Gun. Visit Carolina Jewelry Pawn and Gun at 2522 Sunset Avenue in Rocky Mount.
Too much excitement. It's crazy. Thanksgiving, Christmas, we are ready. We are ready this year. We got the new Chelsea's, the Mambo Italianos, the Manzinis for New Year's and for Thanksgiving. Check it out, Insomnia. And then don't forget the shirts, Manzini. Don't forget the sale. Thanksgiving is coming in. We're going to have the sale all the way through Christmas. Manzini's is the name this year. Chelsea's Italian Mambos. We open every day, Monday through Sunday. You come down here and we go take care of you. I'm Daniel Moss, owner of Cornerstone Funeral Home, and I'd like to invite you and your family to give our family an opportunity to serve you in your time of need. And we offer a full line of funeral services, everything from visitations to graveside services to cremations on site with a live crematory, as well as a banquet hall to meet the catering needs of our families that we serve. We offer catering service. We offer refreshments prior to visitations and services of our family, and we want to invite you to come and experience the difference here at Cornerstone Funeral Home. Gold Rush Jewelry Store beside Belts inside Golden East Crossing Mall. 10 karat gold necklaces and charm. 10 karat gold man and woman rings. Gold Rush have quality same day repairs. Gold Rush have variety of branded watches, Citizen, Seiko, Bulova, Pulsar, Invicta, and yes, exclusively we have Rolexes, which is 18 karat gold, 3-carat diamond with all paperwork. $50 down and get the merchandise for up to $3,000 with absolutely no interest. And when I say no interest, that means absolutely zero interest.
Gold Rush is best.
Gold Rush Jewelry Store beside Belk's inside Golden East Crossing Mall, the luxury and style.
We're in our 18th year of practice at the Hammer Chiropractic Center, and we've seen over 15,000 different people in the Rocky Mount area. 40% of headaches actually come from a neck problem. Many patients come in taking multiple aspirin, over-the-counter medications and such a day, and we can get you to stop doing that and actually fix the problem so the headaches don't rise anymore. A lot of people think chiropractic hurts. It does not. Most of the people come in and they feel great when they leave.
That's right, folks. There's only 2 weeks left to get your shopping done.
You heard that right. You still have a chance to save big. Prices have been slashed by 20% throughout the entire warehouse. Located right off I-95, where else could you find designer furniture at these prices? We still have thousands of lampshades and incredible handcrafted furniture.
There's only 2 weeks left. You know where to find us. 218 North Church Street, downtown Rocky Mount.
Too much excitement. I mean, it's crazy. Thanksgiving, Christmas, we are ready. I mean, we are ready this year. We got the new Chelsea's, the Mambo Italianos, the Manzinis for New Year's and for Thanksgiving. Check it out, Insomnia. And then don't forget the shirt, Manzini. Don't forget the sale. Thanksgiving is coming in. We're going to have the sale all the way through Christmas. Manzini's is the name this year. Chelsea's Italian Mambos. We open every day, Monday through Sunday. You come down here and we go take care of you.
Are you just starting out on your own and want to be independent? Do you have a family and need a bigger home? Are the kids moving out? And are you downsizing? First Carolina Realty can help. A 1 or 2 bedroom apartment or house for those starting out. A 3 or 4 bedroom home for a growing family. Rentals, sales, new homes, pre-owned homes, investment property in the city or in the country. Call First Carolina Realty. Now is a good time to make that move. Real estate prices are right, interest rates are low, and there is a fantastic selection of homes available.
First Carolina Realty is a fully licensed real estate firm with offices at 3151 Zebulon Road in Rocky Mount.
If you have rental properties and are tired of the headaches associated with managing them yourself, or if you're looking for a new management team to manage your rental properties, call First Carolina Realty at 252-985-2321. Visit our webpage at firstcarolinarealty.com. We will gladly help you with all your real estate needs.